To make sure you never miss a randomfrankp upload, first off, make sure you're subscribed. Duh. And then hit that bell icon right next to it so you actually get alerted when I upload videos. Because otherwise, YouTube probably won't tell you, so once you have it turned on, you're now part of Random Squad.
What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 129 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best gaming setups. If you see anything you like, I will have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. And let's start off the best damn series that gives you all the inspiration for your own setup.
First up, we have Sharif with what I'm gonna dub as a Monster Hunter themed setup here. He does have a Monster Hunter themed PS4 Pro, some figures around the room, and that wallpaper mixed with the colors he got going on in his setup, all just, get that kind of feel for me. Now, he is rocking 3 displays here with his IKEA desk setup, all held by the IKEA Alex Shores. Those bottom 2 monitors are Samsung 32-inch monitors, with that overhead being a 43-inch Philips TV. Pretty good mounting job as well. I can't see any cables coming down, which is always an A++. As for his peripherals, he's going all Corsair here with the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard, with the Corsair Scimitar mouse on the Corsair MM800 Polaris mousepad, which is then on another extended mousepad from Cherry. And then for his audio, even the primary shot here is of this nice succulent on the speaker, his Edifier R1280T speakers. You can also see he has his Corsair Void Pro RGB wireless headset on top of the Corsair ST100 RGB headset stand. But now we're going to head over to his PC, and inside the Phanteks Enthoo Evolve ATX case with that nice tempered glass is his Intel i7 7700 CPU with a Cryorig M9i cooler. Got 16 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on the MSI Z270 Pro Carbon motherboard with an Asus ROG Strix GTX 1080 Ti graphics card, and a ton of SSD space here with the Samsung 850 EVOs, which are very affordable now. So altogether, a really nice setup here, really loving the choice of the wallpaper mixed in with the RGB throughout your room. Got some things like the Lometric smart clock on his desk, some of the Monster Hunter figures, lots of the succulents, little wooden accents around. Really digging this, man. Next, we have Yudho, and this one has a few kind of surprises, I'd say, but you can't help but notice this crazy awesome texture he's got going on his walls. This pattern is really unique because it really fits in with this theme, and that goes right into even like his backdrop and his wallpaper. It's all lined up perfectly. I've never seen anything like this in a setup where it's just so articulate like this. So checking out his gear, he has 2 24-inch curved Samsung displays for his primary monitors. And for his peripherals, you can see on his desktop, he has the Logitech Z313 speaker setup, which we just showed off recently in a Top Tech Under 50 episode. He has the Logitech G900 Chaos Spectrum mouse with the Logitech G810 Orion Spectrum keyboard. This does seem to be a custom-made extended mousepad. He's definitely loving himself some Logitech here. And also for his headset, you damn knew it, got the Logitech G633 Artemis Spectrum headset. But what surprised me was this entire setup here is not run by a dedicated PC, but by his laptop, which he has mounted behind his monitors. It is the Asus A450cc laptop, and for its specs, it's got an Intel i3 3217U CPU with 8 gigs of RAM and an NVIDIA GT 720M for its graphics. And then the next thing here is this entire pattern on his wall he custom made with like styrofoam and foam. But even then, we turn off the lights, it all glows in the dark, which just adds to the whole kind of essence of this crazy cool theme. He calls it Styro Glow, and again, he custom made this all himself. So mad props for that. Yudho man, I'm loving what you're doing here. This is 110% dedication to making a badass gaming setup. Now we got Chaz O, and this one's much more minimal and scaled back. Definitely hitting that nice warm wooden aesthetic here. That's always, right in my heart. But Chaz definitely goes the extra mile as well when it comes to his love for Star Wars. Tons of little things around the room, and we'll get into that in a second. So for his display, it is from AOC. It is 27 inches and 4K as well, highlighted nicely by his Star Wars wallpaper, and it's got the red LED light strip behind the display. And next to that cool Edison lamp, you can see this little terrarium. This isn't just any terrarium, it's actually a Star Wars themed terrarium. It's a custom X-Ring crash site terrarium that he made, and God, you guys are just killing it lately. I love these little unique things you're all adding to your setup. You're making me proud, boys. Anyways, so for his peripherals, his keyboard is the Drevo Caliber wireless keyboard. Again, got a nice set of custom keycaps here with like grays, blacks, and a nice little red accent there. You know, Star Wars themed. And his mouse is Logitech G703 wireless gaming mouse. And then for his headset, he has the Lucid Sound LS30 wireless headset here. I know you can see a cable, so they're probably charging. This is like the third week in a row we've had a headset from Lucid. Never heard of him, now I'm seeing him everywhere. And then over to his PC, inside's an Intel i7 7700K CPU with the Corsair H100i V2 AIO, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LED RAM in white, and an MSI Aero OC GTX 1080 Ti graphics card. This is all inside of his Corsair 460X crystal RGB case, and you damn well know he's got some Lego figures in there, got some stormtroopers and stuff, you know, all just to add to the theme, taking it all to the next level. Then also above his setup, got a little shelf with some pop figures and stuff like that, a little Death Star decal on the wall. Loving it, guys. I'm loving it, Chaz. I like how you have this all mended together nicely. It's tasteful. You didn't overdo it, and I love how you put together your own terrarium here to add to the whole theme of everything. Really great stuff. Now next is a resubmission from a setup that we showed off probably over 2 years ago at this point, right when this setup was probably first made, so shout out to all the OG Room Tour Project fans out there. Comment hashtag OG for some love. So we're showing off the newest edition of the X-Desk. For his gear, his monitor is the Asus ROG PG34 8Q, a very popular gaming monitor. For audio, you can see right there his headset, the Astro A40 TR, which is sitting on the Corsair ST100 RGB headset stand, going along with the Corsair K95 Platinum RGB keyboard, as well as the Corsair Glaive RGB mouse on the Corsair MM200 extended mouse pad, so lots and lots of love for Corsair here. And you can see the RGB peripherals are set to this purple and blue theme here to match the rest of the colors in the room. So what's cool about his X-Desk is that it's all a part of his PC as well. It's one of those hybrid like desk PCs, and he made this thing beautifully. Inside is an Intel i9 7900K CPU with a ton of custom water cooling components from things like EK, Alpha Cool, pretty much all the goods from water cooling he's gotten here. Got 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum RAM on an Asus Rampage 6 Extreme motherboard with an NVIDIA Titan XP graphics card, and of course a ton of SSD space. But this thing visually looks really nice, and it's got the Corsair Commander Pro inside to give it all that RGB sync to lighting. So good to have you on again, man, showing off your 2018 edition of the X-Desk. And yeah, it's been over 2 years, I believe, so made some pretty good additions here, looking like a pretty sick setup space. Then we have Anthony with this really cool looking custom made desk, seemingly from IKEA parts with like a white countertop and those IKEA Alex drawers, but with a light strip in between the two desks to give it this really unique glow there. This episode is killing it in terms of customization. And obviously lots of RGB going on with that crazy custom PC, very colorful looking wallpaper, and the light strip between that desk like we showed off really gives the whole setup a nice little pop. Take a shot if you heard me say that before. So for his display, he has the Asus ROG Strix. It is a 32-inch curved monitor, has a very slight curve to it. You can see it has the ROG logo kind of like projected down on his desktop. And going along with his white desk, I like how he matched his peripherals here, because he has the Razer Black Widow X Chroma with the Mercury Edition keyboard, so it is in that white finish, along with the Razer Lancehead Mercury mouse as well. I love that Razer did this because these look great. Then in terms of audio, inside of the drawer off to the side, he keeps his Astro A40 TR headset, and he also has on his desktop the Kanto YU6 speakers. Then right behind that, you could spot that PC. Inside's an i7 8700K CPU with the Corsair H115i AIO, 16 gigs of some G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on an Asus Strix Z370E motherboard, and an Asus GTX 1070 Strix graphics card, all inside of the Corsair 570X crystal case. Very popular case this episode, unintentional. Alright, so Anthony, I can definitely appreciate your custom made desk here. Definitely unique, and it really adds to your overall RGB theme you got going on. And it's the other little things like getting all white peripherals with the Mercury Edition setup from Razer, the white speakers, and that all white desktop here. It definitely makes it look clean, and it's going to enhance the look of the RGB at night. So definitely a clean looking setup here. I appreciate the work you put into it.
Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 129 of Room Tour Project. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget, check the links in the description down below for all the gear and hardware you saw. It'll be listed down there for you, as well as some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project. If your setup is better than some of the ones you showed off today, definitely consider submitting. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp, and last, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.